Canadians will vote in a general election on Monday amid the shadow of trade tariffs, economic uncertainty, and the threat of U.S. annexation. Voters will decide whether interim Prime Minister Mark Carney gets a full 4-year mandate or gives the Conservatives a chance to lead after more than 9 years of Liberal rule. Voting began in the easternmost province of Newfoundland and Labrador at 8:30 a.m. local time. But this year's election mood is heavily influenced by strained relations with the U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs on Canadian exports have threatened the economy, while his threat to make Canada the 51st state has angered Canadians across the political spectrum. "I reject any attempt to weaken Canada," Carney said in late March. "We are masters in our own house." The battle of the two camps. While there are many parties on the ballot, the main battle is between the incumbent Liberal Party, led by Carney since March, the Conservative Party, led by Pierre Poilievre, who are seeking to end the Liberals' dominance. Carney, a former governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, took over after Justin Trudeau resigned amid poor polls that predicted a major defeat. He was immediately faced with a trade war with the U.S., with Trump imposing tariffs on Canadian goods. Taking a tough stance, Carney continued Trudeau's policy of retaliatory tariffs. As tensions escalated, support for the Liberals began to rise, narrowing the gap with the Conservatives. Carney positioned himself as an experienced leader who could navigate the economy in turmoil. "I understand how the world works, how markets work, how financial institutions work. I will use that to serve Canada's interests," he said in a podcast in October. He has pledged to reduce dependence on the U.S. by building housing, factories, and clean energy. "We will defend workers, businesses, history, and sovereignty of Canada," he said. Conservatives call for change meanwhile. Poilievre called the election a battle between ordinary citizens and the Ottawa elite. "The Liberals are trying to cheat the people for a 4th term," he said. The Conservatives have promised cut taxes and red tape, remove environmental regulations that exploit natural resources, build energy infrastructure such as pipelines and LNG plants. "We will free the economy by selling to the world," Poilievre said. High voter turnout. Ahead of Election Day, 7.3 million voters had voted early, up 25% from 2021. Long lines were seen at polling places. "I waited 45 minutes. Some waited over an hour," said Christina Ennis of St. John's. This election is not just a change of power, but a determination of Canada's future, to remain independent or to become more tied to the U.S. The outcome will shape the country's direction amid global uncertainty.